Only illegal aliens allowed. This is not hyperbole. I'm not making this up. This is what's happening to our nation. And it's unfair. You and I can have a discussion, Clayton, about how much money we give, how do we fix the homeless problem? But the one discussion we can't have any disagreement on, do you take care of American citizens first? Or do you make them stay and sleep in the freezing cold while I take care of foreign nationals that broke our nation's laws and I give them everything they need? When I was coming out of those homeless shelters, the illegal alien migrant hotels, you know what I saw? I saw men wearing very nice clothes, extremely clean, watches, jewelry. Another thing I saw, Clayton, they were jumping in and out of vehicles that they bought that had no license plates, no anything. And I'm told by Chicago PD officers, we're not allowed to stop them. We know who they are. They get to drive licenseless, plateless, anything. Just, it's anarchy. It's anarchy. And I will tell you this. I talked to several lieutenants within the Chicago PD, and they told me the plan was to have no plan, meaning just chaos. These are soldiers, frontline law enforcement guys telling me this is a disaster. And they tell me also the DNC comes in August. They said, prepare. It's going to be beyond insane. Crime, rampant, BLM, anarchists, illegal aliens, gang members says, we're not prepared. That's a quote. We are not prepared. That's why you're seeing the DNC thinking about canceling their convention.
And you said they're not prepared. The Chicago PD says we're not prepared?
Chicago, this is a quote. Chicago PD lieutenant told me, we are not prepared, and our federal partners are extremely concerned because we do not have a handle on anything.
I hope people are paying attention to what JJ just said. That is unbelievable, what you just told me. I'm frankly speechless. I mean, and I'm like on the verge of tears, to be honest with you. Like I can't freaking believe that this is happening in the United States of America right now. I mean, we need, I don't know what we do, but you've seen, of course, videos talking about 80,000 Americans ready to go, ready to launch a revolution, legal revolution in this country to expel these people. You have all of these black activists and black citizens here who are being trampled under the foot of illegal immigration by the Democrats. And they're saying we're about to go to war. And what is the Biden administration doing right now? Literally the same day I'm talking to you, Rachel Levine, who's the trans, Surgeon General or whatever the hell he is issuing a statement saying the number one threat to black Americans right now is climate change. So this is, I'm not making that up.
It's funny. You got to laugh or you're going to cry.
I know, like, this is how out of touch these people are. I mean, I hope next time once the treason documentary is done, I hope you go to these black communities in Chicago and do another documentary on how climate change is the number one thing that's affecting them right now. Because all that frostbite that they're getting is a direct result of climate change. I mean, it's absolutely infuriating. And of course, we've covered, of course, all the NGOs and the number of the funneling of this money here, this migrant center. But I just got to ask you, I mean, what does it seem like it's organized? You hear from these different activists who are talking about there's a war coming. Are they all on the same page with this? Are they talking about what's coming? Are they actively preparing for something? I mean, you talk about this sort of tinderbox moment. I guess I'm more worried about sort of the explosive moment, you know, the start of World War I moment in the United States. What will be the shot heard round the world moment? Will we have a George Floyd style moment that will be used to rally? And or do they seem like they're all on the same page with this?
They're all on the same page. And I can't reiterate this enough. I'm talking to men that have been out of prison for a year or two, spent 2.5 decades in prison, major gang members. The creator, I sat down with the founder of the Black Disciples. They're all telling me, from there to the beautiful woman that works in the soup kitchen that's overworked out of her mind, to street pastors, to a mega pastor, to politicians and precinct leaders and everyone in between, not knowing that I'm speaking to everyone else, right? Like I'm walling everyone off. They're adamantly, we're going to war. That's what they're saying. This is not my words. I'm not coming up with a phrase. They're saying, we are going to war. And I ask them, well, what does that look like? Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. And they think we're going to roll over. And they made a very great point to me. They said, we have been abused for decades. We have lived in squalor for decades. We have been oppressed for decades. Do you think 10, 20, 100, 200,000 illegal aliens from Venezuela are going to beat us? You know where we have been conditioned? When we're talking about going to war, we've been at war. And I'm going to tell you, that's a war zone already. It's dilapidated. The only thing that's missing is maybe some tanks, military tanks running through that city, because it's dilapidated. There's no grocery stores. You have to go get food at the gas station. There's no industry. There's no nothing. I don't even know how to really quantify how desperate and how desolate and hopeless that place is. But they are full of hope because their hope is in them. And I will say this because I know, because I've been on the other side where I'm like, you voted for this, inner city Chicago. All of your aldermen, city council, mayor, chief of police, everyone, even they say are all black. But to their credit, they said the only way that we're going to clean up our communities is we clean it up. The men clean it up. We come back from prison and we help. He says, but there is no resources. We have no money. And when you look at it, and they're absolutely right, $3 billion from Chicago has been poured into the illegal aliens. Nothing for inner city blacks. Let me go one step further. I'm talking to the GOP leader, and he tells me, do you know last week that we beat back a bond measure for $150 million for illegal aliens? We beat it back. He goes, but you know what Mayor Johnson did? They did a circle around, and they took out a loan, not for $150 million, but for $1.25 billion. And all of it is earmarked for illegal aliens. So you think, and the last thing, one thing I want to tell you, Clayton, the last adjective that they all use to describe how they feel, the black residents in inner city Chicago, they say, we feel humiliated. When you combine resentment, anger, and then you throw humiliation on with a dose of no hope and devastation, that's a recipe for disaster, dude. And I lived it. I was there 3 days straight just filming and talking. And I came away flying back to my suburban, very police-oriented neighborhood that I don't worry about anything except take care of my wife and my son. I'm flying home and I'm thinking, what did I just see? What world am I flying from? That was not America. My partner in this, Ryan Matta, and I were talking, dude, where did we just come from? That's how bizarre this whole thing is. And the federal government is doing this to America on purpose.
War, revolution, use whatever word you want, but it's coming to the United States of America right now. And someone who's on the front lines right now, being able to educate all of us about what's happening. I hope you share this with people. I hope you publish this on Facebook if they'll let you. They'll probably get blocked. Share this everywhere. Let people know what's coming. This is the United States of America right now. JJ Carroll has been our guest. His new documentary is called Treason. Hopefully it'll be published in the fall, but he's, of course, putting all of this together right now, traveling the country, and he's kind enough to share some of these dispatches with us as this story unfolds. But this one really got me, JJ. I mean, this really hit me in a way that I didn't think it was going to, but it really has. Thank you for joining us, JJ. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the time, as always, Clayton.
I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. You know, YouTube thinks that you'll actually like this next video right here. It's personalized based on your own viewing habits. So if you watch the video, please leave a comment. Let us know what you think about it, and we will see you next time, everyone.